Hey, my name is Peter Muoghara Ebubedike, the MD CEO of Cmpetas Global Nigeria Limited, all of Nigeria. Trust me, is actually a very long conversation of what to start, but I'll break it down. At the point, it wasn't easy because coming into real estate, when it comes into the Nigeria pattern of dealing on property business, in the past years, we have people that have come across fraudulent acts. Those, especially in Lagos, that had these issues with Omonile. I can use the term "son of the soil," and they do this attitude of disturbing people, like sell to you, we sell to somewhere else, we sell to another person. So you have yourselves like 5 of you guys fighting for one property. Or is it the aspect of you buying a property and you don't have access to it? When I mean access, in the sense of it's time for you to start building, and you notice people giving you charges, telling you you're supposed to pay less money. And now this less money, you tend not to have the right people you're paying into. So it's quite challenging when it comes to dealing into real estate in Nigeria as a whole. Let me not just put in Lagos, let me put in Nigeria as well, because I feel every state has their own challenges. So it takes a lot of time, and that is what people are still passing through now when it comes to investing into properties. Why? Integrity and trust is a problem. How do you tend to know you're dealing with the right person? So was it an easy journey for me? Well, either ways, as an expert in this, we must find our way, which is what? Do your proper investigation. There are people ruling these lands, like people, you have the obas or the rulers of this land. You can actually get to them, make your findings. And aside this, I trust one thing in property, the secret I'm giving. I'm not supposed to say this, but let me go ahead and say it. I feel when it comes to property, when you know the right owner of a property is when you start doing something on the property. Despite all the documents you have, the day you start molding blocks to build on this property, that is when you know if who sold to you is the rightful owner. Because as during this period, people start knowing that something is happening here. And whosoever is the owner will come, or whosoever has claim over this property will come and tell you, please stop work. I'm the owner of this place. Then they go and start. So for that, it wasn't easy, but as an expert, like I said, a professional into this, we know our ways around this. And so far, so good. We've gone as far as to where we are now. Cmpetas, that should be the year 2013. It might be a very surprising story because most people might not take it serious, while most people might. Cmpetas started with an idea of what? Trying to make people own a property. And how can I achieve this is by investing into the same property. Because I had my parents passing through challenges when it comes to getting properties in Lagos then. So how I started was in River State. I went to a property owned by a family, and I told them I want to acquire this property. It was about 33 plots as at then, and it was sold to me at the rate of 200 and something. I don't have that money to get the property, but based on some retail business I've done, like standing as a middleman for some other persons to buy property and the little percentage I got, I told them, okay, the whole of this property is amounting to about almost 9 million naira. And I told them, okay, I'm going to do what we call the traditional right, which is they call it in River State bush entry, and do the needful. Then I'm going to make a deposit of so amount of plots. Then in so period of time, I'll be done with this. And they accepted. At the point, I won't just say it's my power of negotiation that made it possible, but I feel the grace is also involved there, because I doubt if anybody will want to do that. But they accepted and they took the money, and I started something. Did 1 or 2 publicity, tried to raise investors to come into it, and they did. And today, here I am. That's the way Cmpetas started. Integrity. Yeah. And customer service, Let me put it in my own way, because let me talk what set me aside, because I started myself alone before employing others. These are my staff, my manager, and the rest. So let me talk about myself, because when I started, I was everything. I was the marketer, I was the driver, I was the secretary, I was the MD, I was the site manager. I was just almost everything. I go for publicity, the radio station, and the rest. So one of the things that got me to where I am is integrity. Saying what you know you can do, and saying what you know you can do out to your client. If you're telling your client that I want to sell this property, in the nearest future, I'll still need you to pay a certain amount for development fee, please say it to them. You don't just come and tell them it's for sale, the property is 200,000 naira, pay money. They pay tomorrow, you come to them and tell them they need to pay this. Make it be out in black and white. Meaning you're telling them that these are the things that will come in place and these are the charges you have to pay. And another thing when it comes to the empty landed part of it, when it comes to us, is what we call immediate allocation. There's some organizations you buy property from and they'll tell you, okay, in 2 days time or 3 days time, you come for we to allocate this land to you, or in 1 month's time. No, Cmpetas will do it immediately. You buy, you get. Our words is our bond. Yeah, I had so many, but I will talk about two. And two. One is the project we have at hand now. It's about 1,600 plots going on now in River State, where people can get affordable land. But let me leave that outside. I'll come to that some other time. Let's talk about the triple wire. Trust me, the triple wire is a project that took me almost 2 years. Now, not just 2 years building, it's like passing through processes for the past 2 years just to make sure this actually come to pass. You know, you go through some different screening from the government, different papers for you to acquire, and you get to a point, it's looking like as if it's not possible. And I got to a point I almost gave up. I was like, are you sure this is going to work? But for the zeal and the love I have for what I'm to do, and for the joy it gives to me to see other people coming into this, I stay pushed. And today the triple Y is something that I can beat, and I can proudly say to all Nigerians that Cmpetas should be, if not number one person doing such platform when it comes to real estate in Nigeria. The triple Y is how people can play a draw to win a plot of land with their recharge card. And these are for those that uses MTN line SIM card. You get it? Meaning you can either borrow a recharge card to play this and stand the chance to win a plot of land anywhere in Nigeria. So the triple Y was something that the government, everybody was trying to make sure that I was doing the right thing, you know. So it does not look like as if you're coming to dupe people of their money. I feel if you're to come into the real estate industry in Nigeria, you need to be patient enough. You need to learn how to endure. And I feel the real estate industry in Nigeria is not for those with emotional heart. Meaning you're not here to play love, neither are you here to cry for anybody. In as much as you prepare or you pray for the best, you get ready for the worst. So if I'm to advise you to come into the real estate, you must have a very strong heart. There are sacrifices to be laid to achieve greater height in life. So are you willing to do this? So my advice is endurance and patience matters. Alright, we have the triple wire, which I've explained previously. It's just a raffle draw you play with a recharge card to win a plot of land. That will be for those that are interested in about that. Then we have the Akawo promo. You know, during my years into this business, I noticed that everybody wants to own a property. In short, let me go back to when the world was created. Landed property was something given to man. property. And Adam was created from soil, meaning Adam means earth. As I speak to you, do you know animals still fight for territories? So why not man? So in a nutshell, everybody needs this. You might not need it to stay. You might need it to show yourself. You might need it as a purpose why you were created on earth, because I feel every man needs a piece of the earth where he or she comes from. So I came up with an idea, and most people, based on the economy of the country, will find it difficult. It's not easy in Nigeria, but for us, it's easy by God's grace. For everybody in Nigeria, it's not just for me. But we just need to find the part that is easy for us. Most of the time, we'll go into the hard part saying it's not easy because you're in the wrong track. So what I'm trying to say now is, we came up with a plan, which is the Akawo promo, one of our tough projects. And I can tell you that we've helped a lot of people, and we're still willing to do more. Now, what is the Akawo promo all about? Gives you an opportunity to pay 1,750 naira every day to own a plot of land for the period of 9 months or 10 months maximum. Now you ask yourself, 1,750 naira. If you have something doing as an Uber driver, or you're a keke rider, or you're a driver that drives commercial vehicle, or you're into business like buying and selling everyday tomato business, pepper, or you sell in a store, a provision store, 1,750 naira can actually give you a plot of land in our estate in Port Harcourt, in Owerri, and in Umuahia. But sometimes people don't know that these opportunities are there for them. So, and this project took us a long time to make sure we sit, all the teams need to sit and talk. How is this possible? How can we make people achieve this? Most people don't have 1 million naira, they don't have 10 million naira, they don't even have 450,000 naira to buy a property at a go. So we came up with this project and we named it the Akawo project, that allows you to pay little every day, either for 7 days or for 6 days. It is knowing the right time to buy a property and the right time to sell. A good investor should know when to get property. I'll give you an instance. I bought a property when there was little crisis in the environment, and the property was as cheap as it is. I knew as per that moment, buying this property is best, because the next thing the government needs to do over this place is to make sure there's security in this place or put in something in this place. And when they do so, the price will come up. I took the opportunity and I grabbed it. So how many of you know this is true? Okay, we have the prop tech trending in the real estate. We also have the short letting. That is the shared space. Thank you. Yeah, and you really need to get that. In Lagos now, it happens that you don't need to get a big space for your office. Now, these shared spaces are mostly for commercial purposes, in the sense that I need an office, so I can actually go to a place where you have like a big hall, and everybody gets little space by themselves with just little square meters. Meaning you can actually just get a space with just let's say 10 by 10 feet. You get it, or 10 by 20. Yeah. Put your small table, your chair, you get it, and your files. Now this is an office where people come in to see you, but there are other people there. Okay. They are sharing the whole of this space with different companies. That is trending seriously. We also have the short letting that allows you, for residential commercial real estate, that allows you to rent a place where you can stay for a day. You have the kitchen and everything inside. You stay for a day. After that day, you move on. You get it, because most persons or foreign investors don't come in Nigeria to stay for a year. Most of them will like, I just want to stay for 1 week or 2 weeks, what I'm doing, and they need that short let place. They don't need an hotel. They need a place where they can stay and cook their meal themselves. So short letting is one of the good things that is helping. And for the prop tech, is more or less like an investment platform. Now, most people want to make money in real estate, and they don't have that huge amount of money to make into real estate. So this platform is what allows you you can make money with the little you have. Meaning, I have 1 million naira, and I can tell you, okay, putting the 1 million naira into this project, and this is what you have to get in with your 1 million naira in the space period of so time. Meaning you don't need a huge sum to invest into real estate now to make money. With the little you have, you can actually make money. In Nigeria, trust me, it is as bright as what people don't know now. Now I just feel we're just at the peak of it, trying to get ourselves. In Nigeria, real estate is moving or growing fast in a way that even you that rented your place for a year could actually make money. Because the time we come, you might have a friend or somebody coming in and you're like, okay, I have a 2-bedroom apartment, use my 1-room apartment. What I'm trying to say in a sense, the time we come, you won't have enough building or enough space for people that will be coming in that is looking for an accommodation to stay. Nigeria is growing into a very big country that you have people from far and near coming in. So this is the best opportunity for those that are willing to become a godfather into this business to come in. But for people that want to really, that feel within themselves that, I need to do this thing, I need to make money, I don't need to be into the business, but I want to just put money inside and make money. The time we come, all these people will be coming in Nigeria because of the fast growth of Nigeria. All what we are passing through now challenges, and the time go come, all these challenges must go down. As my papa they always talk, water we dey hot must surely get cold. Whatever they pursue you come up for Nigeria, one day will bring you come back, and that day go be the day we go to say, if I had known, I for do this thing before I come out.